everybody. Welcome to my December update. Today is December 27th, and that is Friday. Our office was closed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to be closed next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is super exciting. But I'm here to film my December update today. So I do have this video might not be as long, but I do have a lot to show. So grab your coffee. I have my coffee. I made a white chocolate latte and my Christmas cup because it's still December and I'm gonna be Christmasing for a while longer. My decorations stay up through mid-January, if not longer, because I just love the lights. And really my pink stuff in here is more wintry, so pink trees are less Christmassy, you know? Anyway, so I have a bunch to show. I have 5 FFOs to share, and then I do have 2 whips. One of them should be a finish. I just have not been able to get with the program. And y'all will also know, if you watch Vlogmas, I did not get a day 25 posted. The reason for that is that I forgot to film most of the day. We had a long day. We went to my parents, and then after we're done with my parents, that we're there for a couple of hours doing Christmas with my parents, and then we have lunch at 2 at my Nana's, and then we went to Cody's mom's, which is about an hour away, and we spent the night there. And Cody the next day had to get up and drive 4 hours to Arkansas. He has twin nieces that wanted to come spend a few days with their grandma, with Cody's mom. So he went with his mom and picked them up, drove to pick them up, and came back. So he had a really long day. And then last night, he was exhausted. I was working on a kind of a crafty thing, but not stitching. So I just didn't get a day 25 up, but that's okay, because I think I did pretty well. I did 24 days of Vlogmas, which is fantastic. And I'd like for you guys to let me know below in the comments what you think about this. I think I might do some vlogs. I would like to do some travel vlogs, like if we go somewhere, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm thinking more like weekend vlogs a couple of times a month, or if we're doing something extra fun, like vlog, you know, something like that, because I did enjoy vlogging and sharing my day with you. And as long as there's something crafty in it, I feel like it applies to this channel. So I would like to, I think I would like to do that. If y'all think that you would like it, I think I'm gonna give it a try. Anyway, but moving on. So during Vlogmas, I had plans to work on 2 Advent stitches, and I did do that. I stayed current until day 24. So one of the pieces day 24 was the last day, and it was just some back stitching. I should have found a way to finish that, but I didn't get the last day done. But by the time you see this, honestly, by the time I post this video, it might be finished. And then the other one is day 24 and 25 I didn't get done, and that's a little bit more stitching, but I did that. I had Advent calendars. Most of my cross stitch Advent I stayed up to date with, but the rest of them not so much. Advent calendars are going to be a little different next year. I'm going to have a lot of them, but not the same ones for Vlogmas next year. So that's my thoughts on that. But anyway, let's actually get to the stuff that you really want to see. So I had a finish in November, and I shared it. I would have shared it with y'all. It is Christmas in Blue by Joan Elliott, and it is a piece that I have never seen anywhere else as far as someone actually stitching on it. I'm sure they're out there. I haven't seen them on FlossTube, and I haven't seen them on Instagram or anything, or TikTok, because I'm on TikTok too. But I got it framed. My mom frames. We have a needlework shop, and she does the framing. My dad cuts the frames and puts them together, and then she puts in the mat, cuts the mats, does all of that. So there's going to be a horrible glare, but this is the finished piece. I know a lot of people do not put glass on their cross-stitch pieces, but I'm telling y'all, I did that one time, and I took it back to my mom the other day. It was my Cozy Cafe by Frosted Pumpkin. One of the beads was pulling, and I'm sorry, I understand some people might not like the glare or whatever, but this protects your pieces. It protects your pieces from dust, from dog hair, like, I don't know. The thought of not putting glass on a piece is just like, whoo, everybody's different. I'm not like shaming anybody that's watching that doesn't put glass on their pieces. I just like, in my house, that would not go well. I have black dogs. Their hair floats through the air all over the place. It doesn't matter how much I dust and vacuum. This would be covered. So we have glass on it. This frame is probably one of my favorite frames. I have Miss Christmas Eve. You can't see her. She's on the wall over there. But she's in this same frame with a suede red, like shadow box style mat. And I love this frame. And then I also have, I finished my Zodiac, the Through the Stars Zodiac sampler by Clouds Factory. It's finished in the same frame, but it's silver. And then I have a Bewitching Pixie. I believe it's Cleo. Not Cleo. It's not Cleo. It's Eva. She is in the black one. So, there's also a white one. I do not like the white one. But anyway, this gold one is just, it's stunning. So, I did a blue, there's a blue, you can't really see it. It's a blue suede mat. I'm not sure if you can see the texture. And then I did a smaller skinny gold mat. That's what I picked. So it looks really good with this. So this hangs in our bedroom for Christmas. Our Christmas is, and I've told y'all this before, but our Christmas in there, our decorating, it's all blue and white, and that, is it Chinoiserie? I'm butchering that, but I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. That is all over. We have pillows. Our tree ornaments are like that. So when this came out last year, I said, oh my Lanta, I have to stitch that. So that was, I added, and just to recap, and I know I'm spending a lot of time on this. I hope this doesn't deter y'all from staying, but we're fixing to move on, I promise. I added, it called for gold beads. I added more gold beads than what it called for, and I also added pearl beads because I just felt like I love beads. So that's one finish, and I should have shown this one first because it's the least exciting of them all. But y'all know for October I worked on Jack's stamp collection, and I finished that, and I finished it the first couple of days in November. But I showed this to y'all as well. Please bear in mind, this was perfect. And then while we were out of town, my mom was coming over and feeding our dogs. One of them, they stay in this room during the day when we're not home. And one of them jumped on my desk and knocked this off. Nothing's cracked, but there are some dings in the frame. And this frame is nothing special. But this is Jack's stamp collection. It's a little bit crooked in the frame now that one of them knocked it off. And here's the little ding. You can't really even, it's just barely there. You can't hardly even see it. But oh my gosh, I was mad. But yes, so this is the piece. This is Jack's stamp collection. So this is going to get stuck somewhere so that I can put it out in the craft room next Halloween, next October. If you have not stitched the Santa or the Jack stamp collection, I highly recommend these, especially if you're wanting to do them as like an advent or like a countdown to Halloween. This is really fun. So there's 31 stamps, so you could do one a day. The colors are fun. These aren't scary. I had signed up for the Stitchonomy Halloween sale, and y'all, I probably won't sign up. It's free. So I just signed up for it. I probably will not do a Halloween sale from Stitchonomy again. my aesthetic is not creepy. It's cute Halloween, not creepy Halloween. So nothing realistic. Like we don't do that here. So anyway, it wasn't for me, so I didn't do it. But this, it's so cute. There's little stars. There's a Frankenstein, the little candy corns. I mean, look how cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it so much. So that's done. And I know that's gonna go in my craft room. I'm just not totally sure where exactly. Somewhere in here. Probably on this wall. And then what else? Okay. During Vlogmas, so last October I stitched one of the blue ornaments. I think it's called blue ornaments, the pattern. There's 9 ornaments on the pattern, and I don't have the pattern in here at this very moment. But it matches that Christmas in Blue piece. And this is the one that I had stitched last November. And it only has clear beads. There's no gold beads or pearl beads on this, just clear beads. And it's so cute in gold acrylic. And then this year for Vlogmas, I stitched this one, which you'll see, funny story here in a minute. I forgot, it's supposed to say 'tis the season. I forgot to stitch the, and I didn't notice until I put it all together. So, 'tis season. Not 'tis the season, 'tis season. But anyway, so these are fully finished as ornaments for our tree. And what I did, and I decided, there was some debate where we talked in my videos, my Flossmas videos. This gold braid, I was gonna do like, so this is the back. So I just did like a sandwich. And this is the fabric that I picked for the back. I think this is perfect. And so this is what the sides look like. And that doesn't bother me. It might bother some of y'all. But I think they turned out really well. And so what I originally was gonna do was this back layer was gonna be a little bit bigger, like here. And I was gonna put the trim around here, and it was also gonna be the hanger. But I couldn't, the back would have had to have been covered on both sides by fabric, and I didn't really want to do that. So, because an ornament, you can see both sides. It's not like, you know, anyway. So I decided against that. And then I was like, well, what am I going to do about trim? Am I going to like put the gold braid like just on the seam? But this is pretty thick braid. It would have worked probably, but I didn't think it was going to work right. And then I was like, well, somebody suggested, Miss Sharon suggested pom-pom trim, like a white pom-pom trim. I said, oh, that's a good idea. White or maybe like a navy, because there's just a little bit of navy blue in this, in his, just a few navy stitch, maybe navy. Well, I decided, no, you don't need to buy anything new. Just work with what you have. So I just decided I was just going to make the hangers, and we weren't going to do trim. That's not, I'm sorry, it's not gorgeous, the edges of this, but it's also not bad. And from the front and from the back, they're fantastic. So these are FFO'd. And these were very, very easy, honestly. Very easy. So those are done, and they go back on the tree. Next, I think in my November update, I said that I might work on this. Might, like big might. And that was my Spirit of Evergreen Angel by Brooks Books. This is my second one of these. The first one, I'm not sure, you probably can't see her, but my fingernail's like touching it. Let me grab her. Hang on. Okay, I got her. So anyway, that was Spirit of Evergreen. I didn't show her to you finished yet, but I also finished Spirit of Mistletoe a couple years ago. Spirit of Mistletoe, I stitched. She was my least favorite out of the series, and that's not really saying a whole lot because she's still absolutely gorgeous. But this is, and I also forgot to put a hanger on her. So she just kind of sat, and these are rather large to actually be ornaments. But this is Spirit of Mistletoe, And she has like an embroidered rose in her hair. Like the detail of this is nuts. So, and then you have, I mean, look at this. Look, she's got a bow. This is her little bustle. And she's got, these are supposed to stay a little bit more curled, but they didn't really, but that's okay. But I need to trim them up so they're even. But this, and I backed her with cardboard. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But that's what I did. So she just sits in my tiered tray. But the detail is beautiful, right? So that's her. Spirit of Evergreen was my second least favorite. My next to least favorite. And this one, y'all, when you put these two side by side, it's nuts. Okay? Like, so I'm about to show you. Are you ready? They're gorgeous. So this is Spirit of Evergreen. And I did remember to put a hanger. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, she's holding a garland. She's got all of these beads here and here and here and there. She's got a little cardinal. Look at her crown. She's got a holly leaf crown. The least gorgeous part about her are her wings. Can y'all see that? They're just like backstitched evergreen branches. Her hair has metallic in it. Like, she's gorgeous. She's the most beautiful thing. She's got bows. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. They are stitched on perforated paper. And this time, instead of cardboard, I decided on the sticky backed felt. So there's the front. This is the back of her. You can see each piece. These are separate. You stitch them separate on white paper and you glue them. Her cardinal is separate. The holly leaves are all separate. I didn't back the holly leaves because that would have been ridiculous. But her crown, like the whole, she's gorgeous, okay? She's beautiful. And I don't have a Christmas tree for in here. Next year, that's going to be different. I'm going to have a Christmas tree, a pink one. But I put her up on my little shelves over here. I'm not sure if y'all can see. I have some little shelves up there. And I put her there, and she's stunning. So let's look at them side by side again so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Talking about detail. Like, they're both absolutely beautiful. They're gorgeous. But she is just, stunning. Stunning. So next year I'm definitely going to be doing another one of these. I'm just not sure which one. We'll go through and maybe choose together in my plans video. But that is my other FFO. Now, those are all new finishes. Everything I showed you, the 3 ornaments, and then my Christmas piece, that's a fairly new finish. Y'all have seen it. Halloween, same. But I stitched a piece for mine and Cody's wedding. It's a wedding sampler, and it is from a very old Mill Hill book, and I borrowed it from someone that comes to our needle workshop regularly. Her name's Miss Nancy. She's not on YouTube or anything. She might watch YouTube, but she's not on it as far as videos. But I borrowed it from her. She let me borrow it, and those old Mill Hill books, y'all, if you can get your hands on them, they're amazing. They're not perforated paper patterns. They're fabric pattern. Like, you stitch them on fabric, and they are gorgeous. So I've decided, we got married on March 25th of last year, 2023. And it was the most perfect day. It was beautiful. But anyway, sidetracked. It was a perfect day, and I decided like January that I wanted to do this, and I wanted to surprise him. I didn't want him to know about it. So that was a challenge. He doesn't normally pay attention to what I stitch unless I ask him to look, or he's like, oh wow. So I finished it, and I have shown it, I believe. Maybe just in pictures, I'm not sure, but it is finished, and it is the most beautiful wedding piece on the planet. So all of our wedding stuff is in this frame. We have a memorial canvas that has myself and Cody, and then my papa and his twin brother painted into it. They passed before our wedding. They both passed away in 2020. And we framed it in this. And then we have my bouquet flowers and our wedding invitation and things like that preserved, and it is also in this frame. We have one more canvas that we need to put in this frame, and then this. And this frame, oh my god, it's just, this is my piece. So this is full of beads. This was supposed to be Hardanger, but I was scared, so I didn't cut. But these are like loops of beads, and then our names, our last name. Just, y'all, this is probably my favorite finish of all time. I put my whole heart into this. Like, literally every single stitch I stitched with so much love in it, and I'm so proud of this piece. It is beautiful. It is my most, you know, and I finished a lot of things. Lots of beautiful beaded, just, I've had a full coverage finish. Like, I've stitched many things, but I don't think anything will top this. Seriously. My whole heart is in this piece. And it is just, oh God, I love it. So that is, those are all of my finishes. That's all of them. So pleased with them all. So with that being said, next segment, I've been talking for a really long time. Next segment, we're going to talk about my whips. So other than my Christmas ornament, which, oh gosh, I have got a pile here. Okay, so I have worked, let's talk about Advent. So the first Advent stitch is a mystery Advent stitch from That How To Girl on Etsy. So I don't have any picture or anything to show you, but I can tell you that this is done except for one day, and I went ahead and looked at what that day was supposed to be. So this is it. It's teeny tiny, and the last thing is a star, and it's in the same yellow as the inside of the manger, but I think I'm going to do it in gold. But that's a manger scene. It's Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus, and there's a couple of sheep that actually look like dinosaurs, and shepherds, and so cute. So cute. I will definitely be doing another one of these next year. But that's still a whip. If I finish it before this goes up, I will post a picture here, which I see no reason why I shouldn't be able to finish it. So that's going right there. And then the next piece is Santa's stamp collection, which came out before Jack's stamp collection. But I do have a little bit of work left to do on this. So let me show you guys if I can get it to fold up nice and neat. So, okay. All right, so this is where it stands. And if I finish this, I will also insert a photo. So everything is done except for I have to put in like a stripe. The word Santa's is striped, and there's like a pale peachy pink that has to fill in the rest of the stripes. So there's that. And then here's the rest of it. Everything else is finished. And this piece, I've loved this piece as far as stitching it so much more than Jack's stamp collection. And I think that's for a combination of things. First of all, Christmas is just my season. Second of all, the colors. So, I'm trying to get my best, maybe right there. I love this ribbon candy right here. I love these lights. The poinsettia, I say poinsettia. the vintage ornaments and also the nutcracker. I'm a really big fan of, honestly, everything here, if we're being real. I cannot see this. Hang on, I don't know if that's any better. The lighting here is just something else. I need curtains. But this has, I have 2 more stamps. I have one right here, and then there's a big one right here. And it'll have 25 stamps total. So it's almost done. And if I get it finished, I will put a picture of it in so that y'all can see. I don't see any reason why I won't finish it. Don't see any reason why. And then the next thing is a new start, and I have hardly anything done on it. But this was this is the 2023 Nutcracker by Shannon Christine, and I'm doing this on a piece of coloring cotton 28 count marzipan linen. And there's a story behind this. If you don't watch Vlogmas, I'll tell it to you really quick. So this is all that I have done, and this was the center, and I just counted down, and it looks kind of wonky, but it's right. And then these are his legs, and look at the like fade in the reds. It's fantastic. So that's all that I have done on that project. And let me tell you the story behind it. So when I was a kid, my favorite Christmas that I can remember was, I was very little. I wasn't so little, obviously, that I can't remember it, but it was around the time, I would say I was probably kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade maybe. I'm not totally sure what year. But there was a movie that came out, and it was called Barbie and in the Nutcracker. Barbie and the Nutcracker, Barbie in the Nutcracker. Like the Nutcracker play. And I loved that movie. Like, it was my favorite movie ever of all time. Ever. And so they came out with Barbie dolls that went with the movie. And I was obsessed. Okay? Obsessed. I loved it so much. I just obsessed, okay? And that Christmas, I got the whole set of those Barbies. And it had all the little, like, Kelly dolls. It had a Ken doll. And he had, like, a head that was, he was, like, a nutcracker you could put on and off. Like, he changed, you know. And Clara. I had them all. And the best part back then for me was there was a sleigh, and it was purple, and it had like they were plastic, of course, but it was supposed to look like clear candies, like in the back, with a white plush seat. And there was a horse, and y'all know I'm a horse girl, or if you don't know, I'm a horse girl. I have 2, and my family owns 4 total, but 2 of them are mine, and I love them. But anyway, so the horse was pink, and her name was Marzipan. And so I thought, you know what, this Christmas I'm going to rewatch that movie, and I'm going to start the Nutcracker from 2023 because it's pink. And I had that piece of fabric called Marzipan, and it was perfect. And that's the story behind it. That's how I picked that fabric to go with that project. But yeah, so that's the update pretty much. I do have a touch of haul. This haul I have the first 2 patterns already for this, but this is the Gingerbread Express by Shannon Christine. So I got 3, 5. I gotta get 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And the plan is I'm going to stitch these all together on a long piece of fabric, and it's going to be fantastic. Very, very excited about that because her monthly club is also gingerbread. So I'm pretty I'm pretty excited. And then I also got, and I showed these in Vlogmas, I also got a sweet person came by the shop and was like, please give these to whoever you want. Keep some from yourself, for yourself. So I got this beautiful horse stocking kit. I've never seen this, and like we said, I'm a horse girl, and I have a stocking started that is supposed to be for a future child. That's one of those pieces, and I said it before, we are not pregnant, have never been pregnant to our knowledge. We want a baby, and we're going to be trying to do that, go to see some specialists and stuff this year, but that's something I'm stitching kind of in faith. So anyway, in this next piece, I might stitch this for myself is where this was going. But the next piece is another one of those in faith projects. So this is a birth sampler by Busilla. And it looks like it's more for a little girl. It could be for a boy. There's yellows and blue. And actually, the model is stitched for a boy, Justin Thomas. But it looks like more of a little girl. So, I don't know. But I got those. I couldn't help myself on those. Yeah. Okay. What else? Plans. So, I will very briefly touch on this because I am going to have a whole 2025 plans video. Hopefully today I will be able to film that. We shall see. But I am participating. There's a couple of things going on. So I am going to try to participate as much as I can in the Full Coverage Fanatics group, because 2025, like, I want it to be a year where I stitch primarily on things that I'm just totally in love with. And I haven't done that in the past. Like, a lot of the things that I do stitch, I absolutely love. Like, my finishes the last couple months, and I think this is why I've had so many, is because I'm loving what I'm stitching on. So 2025, I want it to be a year that I just really focus on things that make me very happy. I'm still going to help my mom and stitch like model stitches and stuff for the shop, but I really want to stitch on some things that I've been putting off. And I'm one of those people where I save my favorite things for the end. And the problem with that is I have so much to stitch that the end, I'll never get to them if I keep doing that. So I'm going to stitch on things that I just really want to stitch on. I am participating, like I said, in Full Coverage Fanatics, and I have 5 projects, really 6, that can fall into a full coverage category right now. Some of them I probably will not use for Full Coverage Fanatics. And then I have mini whips, that are not full coverage. And I have a whole bunch of things that I want to potentially start. And like I said, I'm saving the details for the plans video, but sorry, I keep messing with my hair. I can tell you that there's going to be a good bit of Disney stitching. I am participating in WhipGo, and I have 2 WhipGo boards. One is full coverage and one is everything else. I have a Tiny Decisions wheel as well that has new starts on it. And then I have a whip wheel as well. I've made all those things. I'm not really sure exactly how they're going to look just yet. I don't know. But I got a lot of stuff happening. I did also request to join Magical Stitches again. I don't think I'm going to stay. The series is Lemony Snicket's, A Series of Unfortunate Events. I do not like those books. I didn't like them when I was a kid. I don't really care for them now. I also don't ever feel like I have enough time to prepare for the challenges by the time they're posted. So I don't know that I'm going to do magical stitches. There's another group called Disney Cross Stitch Challenges that I just kind of came upon. And it's like a build your own park. And you have to stitch, it's counting stitches. And also, like, you have to stitch for each restaurant, stitch for main rides, stitch for, you know, shops, stuff like that. I think I might try that, or I might. The problem is, I like to count stitches. I like stitching like that, so I know I've met my goals. But it's hard to meet overall goals whenever, you know, I don't know. Anyway. So that is kind of the video. It's nothing special, but the reason why I'm not going long into my plans is because I do have a plans video that I want to post. So stay tuned for that. And then I hope that you guys have had a wonderful December. I hope that if you watched my Vlogmas, you really enjoyed it. Some days I didn't really know what I was doing, and please let me know if you'd like to see a couple times a month, like a little vlog. I would like to do that. I might do it anyway, but if you guys would want me to, I absolutely want to do it. I enjoy things like that. So, and I might vlog this weekend. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, thank you so much for being here with me and spending some of your Friday or Saturday or Sunday or whenever you watch this, spending some of your day with me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. I know that there's so many FlossTubers out there that you could watch, and you've chosen me, and that is a big deal. So, thank you again. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And I will see you in the new year if you don't watch my planning videos. And y'all have a good one, and thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.